Well, hello everybody. Welcome here or welcome back, whatever the case may be. I actually have some headphones that were given by a friend of mine. Um, I've never really used much because my hearing difficulties, headphones aren't the most useful thing to have, so I never really invested in them the way other people do. So I don't have headphones, and thus the complications of trying to record things with sound and then respond to things using sound, and complications arise. So a friend of mine gave me these headphones that they weren't using because they have proper headphones. But the sound is really quite good for something so small. I don't know the what brand or where they're from or anything, but it's, they're OCH, which is Ontario Community Housing, I think. Um, so I can't imagine they're expensive headphones if they have them like this with marketing stuff on them, because if that's what OCH Community Housing is spending their money on instead of actual providing shelter for people, I'd be very disappointed. That is what I'm using now. So they are going to be something that I get to try later to react to my videos. Hopefully that will solve the problem I've been having. I'm sure I will have a whole lot of new ones because that's the way things go, but at least it should be new ones and not the same old, same old. And here we are, a minute and 49 seconds in, and I haven't even started getting ready. Today, I think we're going to go to Nanny's. It's in between. It's sunny and cloudy. My voice seems very rattly today. The other day, I was filming out here, and I didn't realize, because I don't hear it the same way out here, the TV in the bedroom, Denis had left it on when he left for the day, and as I'm recording, I don't notice, but as I'm editing, I realize I can hear it in the background, and I didn't even know that was the case, and I couldn't cut it out. I wished I had have known. I would have gone in and shut it off, and it wouldn't have been making that noise in the background. But I didn't, and thus it's just there. I've got a lot of things on the go in the editing room, which is literally right there beside me. Welcome to my editing room, my filming room, my makeup room, my beading room, my sewing room, my everything room. That's what it is for me. More coffee. I'm putting together an honest tea video where I explain the mug and other unfortunate situations that are currently going on in the neighborhood. But I digress, as always. I haven't seen Nanny since last week, and I really want to go over and say hello and have a coffee and see her and Dharma and catch up. But I do want to put on some kind of makeup today. Nothing outrageous. I think I'm gonna try to draw my eyebrows on with the, is that the blue? Don't want to draw blue eyebrows. He wore blue eyebrows. There we go. I might have used it for both. If I end up with blue eyebrows, I'll know. Okay, I'm going to take that color there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on my basic mattes Revolution Reloaded palette. I apologize for any kind of weird breathing. Sometimes I find when I'm editing going, oh my gosh, I'm a mouth breather when I'm doing that, which I prefer not to be. I'm going to go and follow that up with the ash brown in the Lift and Snatch by NYX. Which is dark, fairly dark, so I may try to use this sparingly just to make a few hairs. Just as the eyeshadow will wear down. This will stay on. There. Eyebrows. It is very, very warm in here. I think I need to open a window. This is a t-shirt dress. It's very warm though. It's very thermal. It seems like it should be light, but it's just not. But now we will have the outside sounds coming in. I don't have anything playing in the background. I think I'm gonna try and leave some videos right now where I just have all the control in editing, and we'll see if that works better for me or not. In the meantime, it is time for me to go in with my little white pencil. I'm not trying to do it too heavy this time. Sometimes I draw it on really heavy, and I'm not trying to do that. There, see? A little bit. And that will work just fine. And then I'm going to take the number 2 that has fallen out of my Revolution Reloaded palette in the basic mattes. I have to keep saying that now that I realize that it's not. I thought the Revolution Reloaded palette was the Revolution Reloaded palette. I thought that's all it was. But there are several Revolution Reloaded palettes with different colors and different things. And this one that I use is the basic mattes, M-A-T-T-E-S. So I'm trying to learn to call things what they are, because that's certainly never been my forte. No, regardless, prime the eye. As always, just pat it in gently. I am not trying to stretch my skin everywhere. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I wonder if I can... Where's the brush I put on with? Is that brush? Yes. I'm going to see if I can just take a little off of here. I'm trying to find a way to put on just what I need and not get all over my face. Just to see if that makes a difference. It's a little bit more control. Certainly uses a lot less product. And it's still lots of product. Like, I really don't know how you're supposed to put on less. Like, it's just too much. No matter how careful I am. But at least this controls where it goes, and I think that's important. But yeah, that's still too much. I'm gonna have to find a way to really even reduce that. A little bit more there, though. I'll continue to work on that to find ways to have less. Move it from one place to the other. And then go in with the BB cream, or do I want to do the eyes first? No, I'm going to do BB cream. I very rarely use foundation anymore. I don't think I need, for the most part, that kind of heavy coverage. It will do for now. A little sip of coffee left. The other thing is I got the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder, which I have not used before, but it is slightly less money than the e.l.f. HD powder. Now, I got this in light, but I don't know what tones that's going to be, so we're going to find out together. And that is exciting. Yeah, just setting powder, which is good because I am so moist right now. But again, see, these things here dip down so far into the pan that there's not as much product in them as you'd think. It's very sneaky packaging, I find. And so I have a little bit already coming up in there. Just gonna take what's there and excess off on the back of my hand. Oh, I like this powder so far. Take it off the back of my hand. I just put the puff in there to keep it from flying everywhere. And that gives me a coated puff that I can take the excess off on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, I like this powder. This is a good powder. It's not as bright or as fine quite as the HD powder, but I like this very much. It's very, very nice to use. The texture feels lovely and silky. Feels very fine. So yeah, And my sponge fits in there, so I'm just going to leave that in there. Probably making it all bacteria laden. No, I'm not going to do that because as I say that, I'm like going, probably a bad idea. But now I've got extra powder on here again. Can't stop, won't stop. Well, I'm very glad that I got to try that out. And then they also give me samples of things when I'm there. Samples. My first thought was, oh my gosh, are these condoms? And it's like, no, it's something for Vichy. Which I've used a few things that I've liked. They're kind of pricey that way. Got a few other things too, but I've already put them somewhere and I don't know where at the moment. So I'm gonna have a few drags of my cigarette while I contemplate. And I will cut all of this out. So when we come back, we will be moving on with something else. Ready to begin. Now, I did get the other day, that's why I went in the store in the first place, to pick up another Epic liner because they last a really long time, but they're very hard to know when they're going to run out. Because they work, and then it's almost like boom, no, they're gone. So there might be a little bit of fading and stuff as you go, but realistically, they last a good long time, and then they're just done. So I wanted to make sure I had another one in here because I love the product so much when I'm really doing, very specific lines for something that is, well, does it say waterproof? Yeah, it says waterproof. I think anything that says waterproof is a lie. I think water resistant is probably the most believable, truthful, honest way that one would be able to say any of those things. Oh my goodness, I snuck a dragon. All right, now, I still haven't decided what colors I want to do. I just don't know. Do I want to put on this white base here in the Quo Beauty, but it's more like a paint. I haven't used that in a while, so I leave the little plasticky little thing here to cover them. Extra protection. Now I'm going to use the brush that I've used in white and just put this white in. Usually I do this with my finger, so this is a little bit different. I don't know how high up I want to take this. So I probably started off okay, and then it got worse and worse and worse. Which is how I often do things. No, I want that over here so I don't lose track of it. And again, ooh, it's so warm in here. I'm not wearing the right clothes for this. I'm gonna have to change, I think. I was gonna wear this t-shirt dress, but not likely in this den. I don't want to put the purple back on, and I don't want to dig through and dirty up a bunch of other clothes. I don't know. It's really hard to decide what to do sometimes. And all I can think when I have these issues is first world problems. And it's actually really beyond even first world problems. But that's okay. Maybe I'll just take that and blend that to the top again before I start anything else. I do struggle still with blending things. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to doing a lot of stuff. I like stuff to be quick and relatively easy, and it needs to be fun. Otherwise, I'm just not particularly motivated. And I don't have to waste my life doing things I don't find fun or interesting or fruitful for my own purposes. Because I only have the one life. Everybody else only has the one life. I don't think anybody should spend their life living it for other people. That is a wasted life to me. Now, including other people and sharing your life with other people, and that is fine. But I do not live my life for somebody else. I draw the line. Maybe I will do... I do love my blues and purples, but I don't want to keep always just doing blues and purples. But we're gonna do... the blue still in it. No, had it right the first time. Light and shade one again because it works so well with the let's see, a little bit of that purple too. And I'm using the light shimmery color down here. think I'm just going to go in with my bronzer today. My Almay Smart Shade bronzer, which is, I've got so much pan, I really have to find it because I love that with this little brush. But again, this was a product that was given to me that somebody bought and didn't like, and it's been sort of one of my favorites because it does a nice job. It's quite subtle. Like if I don't do anything else, like it looks nice. So I'm just going to do all of my contouring with bronzer. And I think that's, it still does something, but it is not as intense. See, it just seems more natural. I tend to make myself so muddy trying to use contour stuff, but I am going to go in just a little teeny bit with my sculpt, but I'm just going to put sculpt where I normally do the hollow and see what that does for me. Yeah, I think that works for my blush. Because I really think I want to get into using like cream contours and such. I bet you my hands are dirty in here. I'm just making everything mucky again. Trying to be so careful. So there we go. I didn't even put on any glitter today. And I think I'm going to leave it that way because it's nice to have a little bit of a change. So I did them slightly in a different way, but a similar shape, and I don't think I made them terribly different, but I do think that they turned out okay. So until the next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.